Hello, everyone. It's Eliza Bloom Robinson popping in today with a musings, just musings, not even necessarily answers, but questions. And I think right now, in this day and age, that questions are a really good thing. So there's a lot going on in the world right now. There's a lot of movement. Um, with us trying, us being aware, us being awakened, us being humanity, right? In particular around our race issues and our inequality and justice and all of these things. And I, I wonder, right? If what I'm doing is enough. I wonder if it's not enough. I see all kinds of people jumping on all kinds of bandwagons, and they're fabulous. And I see all kinds of people jumping into really critical conversations, and those are fabulous. Those are all places to begin. I see all kinds of people saying, what else can I do? What else can I learn? What else can I be? And so there's a flurry of articles, of books, of groups, of an awareness all over. And all of that is amazing. I hope it's enough to turn our culture. I hope it's enough to open our, not only our minds, but especially our hearts, right? Open ourselves to the underlying shadow, really, of our country and to create a world that works for all of us, for all of us, for all of us. So I want to go on record to say Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. I stand with and for Black Lives Matter. I stand with and for an awakening that we don't. See what I mean? Is it enough? Is it enough and not enough? It's like, how do you say it? And it seems like everything, as somebody says something and somebody takes offense to it. And I don't want to be careful, but I want to be conscious. And so what I'm musing about today is, what is mine to do? What is mine to do? My work in the world, even prior to last week, is the awakening to the truth of who we are, awakening to the essence of who we are. It doesn't matter what color you are or who you love or what belief system you have. Now, there's certain belief systems that are not going to follow me at all, and that's fine, right? And I've always been really open like that. And yet some of the things that I'm seeing about white privilege and how racism really takes hold, I'm guilty. I'm guilty as charged. And so I'm sitting with, how do I, me, Eliza Bloom Robbins, how do I stand with an open heart and hold it all? And when I recognize what is mine to do, when I get really, really clear inside the depths of my being, and then from that point, right, I say, what is mine to do? What is mine to do? So really my musing is not so much about exactly what is mine to do, because we each get to make that decision for ourselves. But it's really sitting in the question that comes up, that's come up for me, that I see, posted on Facebook, and what I hear in my colleagues and my clients and my friends. It's like, is it enough? Is what I'm doing enough? So here's what I'm here to say about that. If you're doing something, ask yourself, is it enough in this moment? In this moment, is it enough? Now, part of white privilege that somebody pointed out today is I can take a break. Right? I can disengage from the media. I can disengage. I can go into my own little bubble where I'm safe and I'm not all that personally impacted. I'm impacted by my friends' impact, right? So then you ask yourself again, it's like, okay, what can I do? Is it enough? And is it not enough? But when you ask yourself that question from your brain, from the outer world, from what's going on out here, you're almost going to always get an answer that says, no, it's not. It's not enough. And maybe that's really true, and maybe that's really valid. But when you can get really centered, and you can go, there is something really big happening in the world. I believe it. We are in this huge, massive, right? And I have a role to play, and so do you, because you're here on the planet and you're listening to this video and you're impacted by what's happening. So, but when you get really centered, just get centered. And I know some of you don't even have the luxury of getting centered right now, so I'm not talking to you. If you don't have the luxury of getting centered, then keep going and let us hold the energetic space. But don't go so far that you fall apart, because then you're no good to anybody. Don't go so far that your rage and your fear and your anger and all of that stuff becomes destructive. We want to stand with our rage and with our injustice and with our intention that we break through this once and for all. But we need a level of sanity to do that. We need a level of presence to do that. And so my work is to hold that level of presence and to let my heart be blown wide open. Let my mind be blown wide open. Let me, for me, realize that I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. And yet I'm going to keep coming to the table. My friend Denise Lee says, come into the room and stay in the room. Come into the room and stay in the room and listen and look and see and educate yourself. And then as you do that, get centered again and say, what is mine to do in this moment, and this moment, and this moment, and this moment? And bottom line, for me, I connect, I open my heart, I open my mind to the point that they are blown, that the circuits of my subconscious are blown wide open, and I allow a rewiring of my subconscious for myself and all of humanity. That's my work. And I allow a rewiring that is the new humanity now. That is kindness and compassion and connection and innovation and creativity for all people. For all people. And what is mine to do is to take a stand vocally that Black Lives Matter. And if I see or feel or notice or think anything other than that, I stop it, I interrupt it at the degree that I am able to do in any given moment. And I invite you and encourage you to do whatever you can do at whatever degree you can do it in any given moment. And then ask yourself at the end of the day, is that enough? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But it's not about beating ourselves up either. It's about coming present in the moment with what is mine to do now? What is mine to do now? What is mine to do now? And what is mine to do? One more time, I'll say it one more time. Let my heart be broken wide open. Let my mind and the circuits of my subconscious patterning be broken, be busted up, be crumbled, be dismantled, be dissolved for a greater good, for a good that is the experience that I've been talking about for 2 decades or longer, that all people are created equal, that all people deserve to be treated with kindness and compassion and justice, that all people at their fundamental core are good. All people are good. And that doesn't condone bad behavior. But I look for the places that I back away, I look for the places that I shut down, and I stop myself, I catch myself, I interrupt myself, my pattern, and I go, wait a minute. How can I make a difference in this moment? Maybe it's a protest. Maybe it's reading a book. Maybe it's joining a conversation. Maybe it's being kind. What is it for you? What is it for you? And whether it's enough or whether it's not enough, know that it is enough in this moment because it's what you can do, and it's not enough. So then we go to the next moment and the next moment and the next moment. We go to the next day and the next day and the next day. We are in the cusp of turning a major, major, major thing around. It will take hard work. So take care of yourself. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your friends. Take care of your neighbors. Take care of those who are struggling the hardest. Take care of them by listening, not by fixing. By listening, by saying, how can I be here with you? What do you need? How can I support? And be in those questions. And in the question comes the magic. So anyway, that's rambling on much longer than I planned to. So is it enough? I don't know. Is it not enough? I don't know. What if it's enough for this moment? Then take a breath, take a rest, and come back to the table. If you need support, my door is wide open. Message me. We can hop on a call. I'm happy to bring my presence and my essence to the table, to the room, whatever, whoever you are, whatever it is that's moving in and through you. And I invite you to join us in New Humanity Now, where we take a stand for that which is new. A new species, really, is being born. A new species is being born, and that species is oneness. There is no difference. Lots of individuality, but no difference in our inherent goodness. And for that, I am super excited and super grateful. Love to know what you think, and reach out. Love to talk to you. Much love.